Hello there guys, Feng here, and welcome back to Rimworld. Alright, we're now in Alpha 17, yay! So, for the most part, this particular update was only supposed to be a bug fix. But there's also been some new content added, and a lot of balancing changes. There's been a lot of balancing changes. Skills have a bigger impact now on how well your pawns do at a certain thing. There's also been a lot of new additions to caravans. There's been quests and stuff like that. And, you know, it's kind of cool. I did play a little bit of the Unstable Alpha 17. I was going to stream it, but Tynan didn't really want anyone streaming or covering the Unstable while it was in the beta phase. So, yeah. But now we can, because it's in the main branch now. So, yay. Alright, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a random game. We're going to be randomizing the planet, randomizing the location, randomizing our pawns. The only thing we're not going to be randomizing is the stupid pet that we start with. I could have actually edited the scenario to not include that, but I'm too lazy for that kind of thing. So, for the most part, it's going to be mostly vanilla, but I have added a few mods that do slightly change it a bit, not much. I did want to do a heavily modded Rimworld. Problem is, Alpha 17 has only really just come out, so a lot of mods aren't updated for it yet. And the mods that are updated for it, they still need updating themselves. So yeah. So I'm not going to be playing with too many mods. For the most part, the mods that I have got are just more like ease of use and stuff like that. So, for example, we have the tabs, the medical relations, wildlife tabs. They just add extra tabs, so as you can see more stuff. A few things like hand me that brick, plant companies for growers. It's just, you know, it's just minor tweaks. The major things are probably hand and footwear, which includes gloves and boots to the game. We've also got what else have we got? We've got Feed the Colonists and Rolling Table. That just makes it so that cooks are not fucking cooking 24/7, because I hate that. Stacks XXL, because stack sizes are stupidly small to start off with. In fact, even on normal vanilla playthroughs that I have, I always have stack XXL on, because I just don't like the way that the stacks work. I don't think they stack high enough myself. And then Infused. Infused is probably the biggest mod here. But what it basically does is there's a random chance of when you make gear or when you find gear that it will be infused with magic or things. It's a really cool mod. I've only really started using it in Alpha 17, but apparently it was made way back in Alpha 13 or some stuff like that. Can't remember the exact alpha, but yeah. It's actually really cool, and I thought it would be nice to include. Everything else I'm not going to include. I do have a lot of stuff, but I'm not going to include it. Alright. So let's crack on with this then, shall we, guys? So we're going to have Crash Landed. Ooh, what story type shall we have? So, we was recommended by Tynan to decrease the difficulty by 1, what you normally play, because Alpha 17 is a bit more brutal. And he's right for the most part. He's right for the most part. So we've got Cass, Phoebe, or Randy. The thing is, Cass is more of a ramp-up thing. So, you know, raids and stuff will get worse over time. Same with Phoebe Chillax, even though you'll have a lot of time at the start to build a base. Whereas Randy Random is just that. It's random. You might, start off with a raid with, say, 3 people. You might end up with a nasty ship crashing on your planet on the first day. There's a load of stuff with Randy Random, and I think we will go with Randy Random. Makes sense since it is a random playthrough. Let's go with Rough, I think, for Randy Random. I'm gonna let that create. Come on, don't take too long. Doesn't normally take too long to do 30% anyway, so that's fine. Alright, so we're gonna pick a random site. Average shrubland, fine. Year-round, marble and slate. That's actually a really nice random there. Wow. What we got here? So we've got a musician, who is decently artistic. He's got a passion for she has got a passion for intellectual and construction and even social. Doesn't have a really good stat overall except for the artistic. At least you can do everything. You have a chemical interest and you're a pessimist. Fantastic, just what we needed. Sarcasm aside. Oh yes, okay, so we have someone who can't is incapable of violence. Fantastic. You're a fantastic grower. Holy shit, you're a fantastic grower. You also have a relationship with Oliana, whatever. I should probably rename these actually. Let's call you I don't know. Can we just no, I'm not going to randomize. I'll just keep them as they are. It's fine. A chemical interest. So you have a chemical interest as well. Oh dear. And you're a psychopath. GG. Alright, fair enough. And Oliana, I'm pronouncing that right, is a sickly child and sculptor, incapable of dumb labour, crafting and cooking. Great, so you're going to be our main miner and our main doctor. Cool, this is actually randomised really nicely. Trigger happy is a bit, and so's bloodlust to be fair. Okay, we'll go with that. We shall go with that. Alrighty then. Alright then, so we have started. And, oh, I didn't do the prepare carefully thing, did I? Nope, I didn't. We have a pet. We have a pet. Shit. What? It's a cat? Oh, cool. I'll keep the cat. I like cats. I'll keep the cat. That's fine. So I didn't even need prepare carefully anyway. Alright. So, what we're going to do is going to see who has the best shooting skill. You don't have a passion for it, but you're decent at shooting. So you go there. You have a passion for that. And you can't actually do any violent at all. So you're not going to be that useful, are you? Alright. Hunter lacks a ranged weapon. Not for much longer. Right. We're going to go ahead and enable everything. I am going to stick a cut in here just for the time being. I'm going to go ahead and plan a base as well as change on my work priorities, and I'll show you once we get back. Alright, so what I've done is I've changed the work priorities, as you can see. One of the major problems actually is that Escobar is going to be our main person in doing majority of the stuff, unfortunately. So yeah, that's not particularly right. I've had to swap. I'm gonna swap the weapons over with Oliana and Lissette. What will get random names? I'm gonna to change these fucking names. I'm gonna have to. Alright, I've changed them. So we have Bob, Ellie, and Mouse. And the interesting thing about this is that they're all female. So they're not going to get much loving around here. And none of them are gay either. So yeah, they're not going to get much loving at all. Alright. So yeah, I've changed the weapons around for Bob and Mouse, because Mouse is going to be our main hunter, since she has a passion for it. While Bob might be better, I think it's probably more worthwhile for Mouse to get the experience for that. I don't know if you actually get experience for hunting anymore. I don't think you do. Which is oops. Now I need to think of a decent base location. The problem is with this is that it's for the majority of it, it's mainly flat. There's not really much in terms of cover. So I need to have a good look around and see. So here has got 3 geysers. There's one there, there's one there, there's one there. So it's very power rich here if we are able to research the geysers. So I'm actually thinking of maybe having our base around here somewhere. And the great thing about this is that it will enable us to grab the metal that's here. And there's also quite a few components quite close by as well, which means they don't have to go too far from the map. There's also another one right here. Holy shit. Yeah, I don't see many other places that... What the fuck? How did that land in there? Oh well, I'm not gonna complain. More chunks is always nice. That's a huge seam of silver there. Steel. Good lord. There's another large seam here. I wonder if we can see any plasteel. Yeah, so there's no plasteel from what I can see. Not in the surface anyway, so I'm going to assume that it's either going to be in there, or in there, if there is any at all. Alright then, so I think, yeah, I think we'll try and make a base around here, I think. Unfortunately, there's not really any existing buildings to check out. This is going to be one of those ancient sarcophagus thingamajigs. So I'm going to have to be careful about that. And there's no easy way to defend this area either, is there? Yeah, I can't really wall that up. That's going to be too big of a wall to make to do anything like that. So I think, alright, I think I'll have a good idea. Alright, I think I've finally sorted it. God, that took ages. So I have a grow patch up here because this is where there's a lot of rich soil. So we are going to be growing corn, berries, cotton, heel roots, hay grass, hops, smoke leaf, and soygoid. So there we go. I've set this out as well. So we've got 5 bedrooms slash prisons. We've got the kitchen, the dining room, the freezer, the stockpile, the workbenches, workshop, blah blah blah, and a hospital. And I think that's all I need. I could be wrong with that, but I think for the time being, we're not actually that far away from this area. So what I need to do now is I need to sort out some zones. Alrighty then, so we got one major zone here. I want to make sure that that's sorted actually. We've got access to a lot of wood, so I'm not too fussed about starting making this out of wood to start off with. So I'm going to go ahead and actually, let's not do that one just yet. Let's just cancel that 2 ticks. Let's get a room done first, because I don't know. I don't think our main constructor is that good. Yeah, we only have 2 construction. There's a very good chance that a lot of this will actually end up failing, which is not a good sign. So we'll go ahead and we'll start off with this, and we'll go and I'm having a blonde moment. Do I want normal beds? Beds would be more comfortable, and they won't get this sleep on the floor debuff. So yeah. Alright, let's go with that. Let's see how that goes. I'm just gonna play it normal. I'm just gonna play it 2 times rather than 3 times. I know I did see a lot of people complain I played it too fast. That's fair enough, you know, that is fair enough. I just like playing it fast because I like to pause. So I like having a pause and then fast and then pause and then fast. But yeah, we'll just play a double speed instead. Hopefully that'll be better. So we did manage to Bob did manage to get that constructed from the get-go. Fantastic. It's shoddy, which is to be expected. That's also awful. Oh, I just realised what I haven't done. I haven't set out my power supplies. Thank you, donkey. How should we do this? I mean, you can have it over your growing the windmill, as long as you're not growing trees there. I might actually do that. That sounds like a fantastic idea. Have it close by the generator. I think we'll do that actually. I'm going to go ahead and build that there. And we'll make this there. Let me just go ahead and forbid it for the time being though. We are going to need batteries again. I can... Where shall I put these? I mean, we're going to need the kitchen soon anyway, so I'll put... This is going to be exposed though, isn't it? That's the only problem. There's only problem with bloody batteries. I don't really want to put them in the dining room nor the kitchen, because they're quite ugly. There's not really anywhere else to put them though, is there? That's going to make much of a difference. I think for now, because I think these can be moved anyway. So I'll put one there, and I'll just forbid it for the time being. Can run a power conduit. I might as well just build this power conduit, haven't I? Yeah, just build the power conduit. That's fine. Alrighty then. Let's go back to double speed. There we go. Fantastic. Is that the cat going meow? Yeah, I nearly forgot about the cat. That's the reason why I've had to put this in at the end. Yeah, grass. I nearly forgot about the cat. I'm just not used to you having pets. I'll usually wait until later. Is that uranium? Oh, sweet. I didn't even see that. Cool. So we actually got a uranium deposit there too. Is that silver? Oh my god, that's a huge, huge silver seam. Good lord. Do we actually have a main hauler? We don't. One of the cool things that one of the mods had, I actually forgot which mod it is. I think it's the thingy, the hauling one, the or is it? I think it's the allow tool actually. Yeah, I think the allow tool gives you an extra, yeah, added by the allow tool mod. So basically, what happens is you've got your standard hauling, but if you want some hauled extremely urgently because it's about to rot or, you know, deteriorate, then you've actually got a new order, which is haul urgently, and they will consider that as top priority if you have it as, you know, top priority. So yeah, pretty cool, really nice. But of course we should be fine for the time being. I'm not going to worry too much about hauling it in here as of yet, especially when everyone else is doing something. Although, what's Mouse doing at the moment? You know, I don't think Mouse is really doing much. Hang on a sec. You're hunting, mining, and art and research. You're just dawdling around. Why aren't you? Hang on. You can't all. Yeah, that actually does help, I guess. So he's not really doing anything at the moment. Why isn't it saying? Why is it saying she's not idle? That's actually kind of odd. Right, you're the one that can't attack. Okay. Interesting. Well, at least we've got the bedroom sorted, and we've got some crops growing, which is always nice. Not necessarily the most important crops, but crops nonetheless, which is good. I think we should probably go ahead. Actually, have they got plan cutting? They haven't got plan cutting either. God damn it. Alright. So I think what we'll have to do is we'll chop some wood. We'll chop some of that wood there. Hopefully. So, oh yeah, you're working on that. That's fine. Brilliant. So what we're going to want to do is make this first. It's quite a big stockpile. It's going to require a lot of wood. It's going to take a bit of time. It's going to take more time than I normally would. I normally make that a bit smaller. But because I want to follow this design, it makes more sense just to make it now than not. But we've got to wait for more wood at the moment. Saying now we've got 132 wood there. So maybe we can start focusing on that soon. Here we are. I'm going to make sure that there's space there and there. Now I know what you're thinking, don't make it out of wood, Fang. Fire will come and burn it, and it probably will. But I think for the time being, the best thing I can do is just make stuff out of wood just for the time being until we can get some stones cut, and then we'll just replace it over time. And I don't need to think about defense. The nice thing about having this kind of a setup is that you have a natural defense with doors, because you can put your pawns at the doorway. They get a lot of cover from that, and as long as you got one long, like, narrow hallway, then a lot of the times the enemies will try and go down it. The only problem with that is that the stuff like sappers might be a problem. But even so, if they sap the wrong room, then they're still going to have to try and get the whole way to get to you. And don't forget, they can't actually use the doors. They have to bash the doors in to be able to use them as cover. So, yeah. I just prefer doing that than straight up kill boxes. So, I don't think kill boxes work that much anymore anyway. AI has changed quite drastically. Oh, I forgot to do restrictions. Oopsie. Oh, Feng, what you doing? I apologise if it looks like my mouse is going a bit all over the place. recording in full screen mode, apparently it's a Windows 7 thing, but the mouse flickers a lot, so sometimes it just look like you won't see it. You won't see it in the video. On the video, the mouse is fine, but whilst recording, the mouse does flicker. Apparently, it's a Windows 7 thing. It does the same on Fraps, but it used to do the same on Fraps. I don't use Fraps no more, but yeah, it used to do the same on Fraps. The only way to actually fix it is to not have Windows 7 anymore. So I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward this until someone wakes up. There we go. So everyone still seems fairly content for the time being, which is fine. Awful barrack, urgently hungry. Yeah, that's fine. But at least then they didn't sleep on the floor and in the cold. That was, you know, that was the major thing. One colonist is idle. Can we do anything for you while you're not doing anything? I mean, you will. Normally, I would allow a lot more priorities before Alpha 17, but you got to be careful, because if you, for example, allow more than one person to mine, for example, if I allow Bob to mine, Bob would try and mine the steel that I would designate, and what would happen is Bob wouldn't actually give as much steel as Mouse would if she was mining instead, because she's much better at mining in general. So that's just to bear in mind. The amount of yield you get is based on skill now. Back in Unstable, it used to be that if your miner wasn't skilled enough, you'd actually lose half of the resources, which is a lot. But now it's not so. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm having a blonde moment again, aren't I? It's not so drastic as that, I should say. That's it, drastic. That's the word I was looking for. Right, who's having a minor breakdown? Awful barrack. Yeah, your joy. Oh yeah, shit. I haven't got no joy items either. That's very clever of me, isn't it? Joy. Let's get a horseshoe pin. Yeah, I'll stick it there. That should be fine. Once this is roofed, we'll get the items in. We'll haul those in urgently, so they don't deteriorate. And as you can see, our haulers are actually, Elia haulers actually bringing the stuff to the blueprints. She's not actually building it. It's a nice mod, that. Really nice mod. Also, I'll show you the other tabs. So we've got the medical tab. This just gives you an overview of. You're in pain for some reason. Why is that? Why are you in pain? Hang on a sec. Let's just have a look at your health. Oh, okay, so you got a scratch scar. So that's why you're in a tad bit of pain, and it affects your movement slightly. Okay, well, it doesn't affect anything actually at the moment, but it's just a slight bit of pain. One of the major things with Alpha 17 is you can now self-tend. I believe I've got 2 doctors, so I won't need to do that. Self-tending basically allows pawns to treat themselves, but at 70% effectiveness. Back in Unstable, it used to also give you a debuff, quite a big debuff as well for attending self, if I remember correctly. So yeah, I didn't really want that. I don't think that got through to the final branch. I think it's just the 70% effectiveness now, so that's fine. We've also got the wildlife tab. This is, as I said, this is a really nice tab. You can see all the animals that's on this particular map. You can see the sex, whether they are going to be hostile if you attack them. You'll also have the hunt and tame functions, which you can click. And they'll also show you if any of the animals have any health defects or anything like that. So, or health problems even, I should say. And then last but not least, the relations tab just shows you if people like each other or not, which is really nice, especially once you get more colonists. So some mods also expand on the social aspects of things as well, and that's really cool to see. To basically have it all in one page. It's really nice indeed. Alright, we need to start thinking about processing and food, because we're probably running a little bit low on food at the moment. Obviously we have got some stuff being done, but we're going to need a freezer soon. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna start harvesting. I think there was a mass harvest as well, wasn't there? Maybe not. We'll see. Right, so we'll harvest whatever we can at the moment. That's close by. That'll do. That should do for the time being. Fantastic. And, oh yeah, we need to actually allow these now. We should have enough steel for this. If not, we've got plenty here, so it's not too big of a deal. I'm gonna double speed again. I'll keep going to triple speed. It's habit. I apologise. You know, I suppose you guys do want to see what's going on and whatnot. So yeah. Should I actually start thinking about? Hang on. Got 110 wood. Have we got any more wood up here? We have got more wood up here. It does need all in actually. Let's go ahead and haul that. Haul, and haul. So get that sorted. Oh yeah, these need all in as well. All these urgently too. Okay. So we are going to need to do a little bit of hunting. Probably just to get some meat. Probably going to need a bit more wood. So I think what I'll do now is we'll start on the kitchen. So we're going to need a butcher table. Yes, that's fine. And we're going to need an electric stove. We're also going to need to designate that as a roofed area, otherwise the battery's going to go fizz fizz bang. Which is never something you want. Fizz fizz and bang. Now, let's have a look. I'm going to fast forward this a bit. People are getting a bit groggy at the moment because they're all sleeping together. They don't like that. So we'll have to also think about possibly separating them into their own rooms soon. But for the time being, we should be fine. Can't do this shit though until I sort this out. Alright. As soon as everything's hauled and stuff. Yeah, let's just slow it down a bit now. Right, so they're still hauling, urgently hauling everything else that's up here, which is fine because I ordered them to do that. So that's fine. And we still got one idle colonist. It's such an annoyance when you just don't have anyone that won't do manual labour. What else can you do? Well, I'll tell you what then. Since you're not doing fuck all, you can start mining. How's that sound? Does that sound like a good idea? It does, doesn't it? I've got to find out where the bloody mining button is. Here we go. So you can start mining some of that steel that's there. Be useful for once, is what I'm saying. Right, so have we finished hauling all this shit? Nope, there's still a little bit more. Not much. It's going to need about 2 more hauls yet though. I'm going to speed this bit up while we're waiting. You can probably see the new mechanic into play here. So as you can see, we're getting 33 of these 2 so far, but I believe the maximum yield is like, is it 35 or 40? I can't remember. So as you can see, I've actually got 32 yield there, so that one wasn't as good. Okay, so Bob's working on that. Well done, Bob. That's 33. So, you know, decent amount. There we go. 33. Okay. Decent amount. We've got plenty of wood. We do need a bit more, really, just to be on the safe side. And then we've got some power generating, which is always nice. We definitely need this wood doing ASAP. Now that we've got the wood there, let's expand this roofing area. So I'm going to expand it out probably like this. think. Yeah, that should be fine. Just need it to cover the battery. Or batteries. As we'll have in a bit. Hopefully it doesn't rain anytime soon, because then they're ignoring the roof build. No, they're doing it now. Fantastic. Well done, Bob. Alright. So we have a butcher's table and we have the stove. So we'll sort this out straight away. We'll mark this as forever. And who's our best cook? Oh, we don't have one. Oh dear. That's not good. Looks like we're going to be living on simple meals for a while. We're going to go ahead and cook 4 simple meals. And we need to make sure that we have... we got 3, so I think 60 is a decent amount. Although we don't have a freezer yet, but we will have a freezer fairly soon. And I'll unpause it at about, 13 will do. Lucky number. Alright. Let's put it back at double speed. Have a nice wrap there. So we are going to need to do some hunting soon. Oh, Ellie's already started cooking. That's fine. Ellie is not our main grower, is she? Oh, she is. Oh dear. No, it should be fine. That should be fine. We've got plenty of food coming in, so it should be fine. What I may do, though, is I may go ahead and... Oh, God, she's our main smithing and stuff as well. This is the problem with random, guys. Oh, hello, hello. Oh, it's a male. Holy shit. Let's have a look over it. So we got decent medicine. Ooh, you've actually got a finger for crafting. You're incapable of dumb labour. Damn. Is that because of ranch home now? Yes. Which is unfortunate. He's a psychopath. Great. He's a prostophile. Great. Prostophile, did I say that? I don't know, whatever. And slowpoke. So he's slow. No. I don't know, because... Well, for one, we don't really have enough space at the moment. But that's a really high passion for craft. It's a high passion for melee as well. We don't really have any melee at the moment. Should we rescue him? It does mean that we'll have someone that can't haul again. No, we're not going to rescue him, sorry. No. Are we out of wood? Yes, we are. That's why nothing else is getting done. Right, let's see if we can cut some more wood then. Of course, disturbed sleep. We need to sort these bedrooms out pretty soon. At least everyone's, like, joyful. Except for you. You haven't had tons of joy yet. Alright, if that makes sense. Alright, let's speed things up. Alright, we're 33 minutes in now, so I'm going to go ahead and stick a cut in here, and I shall see you next time.